What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This one's a little bit different and we've been planning this for a little while, but yeah, the time has come. We have picked up a new vehicle for the fleet, and no, it is not another drift car, but it is an Isuzu Elf, and Steph's actually going to drive it for the first time to move it out of the shed. But we'll start this video like this, and then we'll get into where this came from, why we have it, and kind of a bit of a backstory on what the hell happened. But yeah, go start it and try move it.
No.
Go on. Yeah, so yeah, you should be right. Yep.
So I meant to blow it.
That's the choke. No, you're right.
It's making me nervous. Is there something I need to know?
Go on, go. Just, it's got a really soft clutch. Go.
You setting me up?
Go. Yeah, go on.
Are you?
Yeah, go on.
No.
Go. Just pull the clutch out.
Ah, okay. And I looked at it just before too.
So first, or well, up to the left is actually reverse. So yeah, but all I do in this, you can start in just second. You just push it straight up and go in second, and then you can crawl out. But yeah. Classic.
First things first with Alfred, he needs a clean. I legitimately think this has never been cleaned. Ugh. Alright, next on the list is to clean this up. The truck's been a workhorse over the years, just by the looks of it, and this is foul, like it stinks. So I've gone and got one of these from Harvey Norman. Hopefully that will be good enough to make a difference, but we'll see. I'm not actually sure if anybody's interested in this, but like, it's a bit of kit. And the person that we got the truck off definitely had a dog, golden retriever or something, because it is just hairy. I mean, that is hoovered as much as I can, and it is just everywhere.
Alright, costume change because it's the next day. So we're back at it again, and it is pretty bad. Like, look at the brown going up there. But we also went and bought a dehumidifier, so we can put this inside the trailer because it's a bit musty and stuff in there. So got these and some moisture absorbers so we can have them going. But yeah, for now we're going to put this in the trailer and see what how much water comes out really. Okay, so now we're going to move to the front. I don't know how bad this is going to be or how good the lighting is, but the seat's pretty manky, so yeah. Let's see. Now Grant's here, and he's got the renovator, and he's like, what would it be doing?
Sanding base on it.
Yeah,
So
it's like
literally just,
agitating it.
yeah.
So it agitates the base, and then Steph can come along and vacuum it out, and it should be mint. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of this because this is a very.
You said TikTok was a waste of time.
Oh, is it off TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this because it's just a hazard. Put these speakers probably in the front doors, and then we'll sort something out for the back here maybe. But yeah, it's mint. Alright, so we have showed you guys the truck. We'll go through it a bit later. This truck here has a fifth wheel attachment, which is kind of different for us, but that makes it tow this big thing So because Stephanie is a car hoarder and has a whole lot of cars, we need a big trailer. So we purchased this a few months ago from Timaru, and yeah, we're going to make it our own. It's got a whole bunch of things going on. We'll take you guys through them now. Open the door. So it's actually a bit bigger than we thought. It has a bit of a living quarters kind of thing that we're going to convert it into that. Have a double bed in there, have some cooking facility, and like all those little bits of camping kind of stuff, and means that we can like either chill out at the track, or we can actually sleep in it if we need to on the side of the road, or whatever happens. But yeah, that's going to be Steph's domain. I'll leave that to her. She can decorate and stuff like that. But yeah, it's cool. It's got like this little it's got a little table that comes out, and they must have had a barbecue or something, like a gas bottle or something up in here. It's obviously a big bloody trailer, so there's a lot of it, and I don't know, you gonna drive it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, should be trucking. Also come with this really big awning. We're yet to take it out, but Scott took it out when he had it, when he was bringing it up for us, and I believe it works, so that's a plus. But yeah, we've got a top deck up here.
The penthouse.
Yeah, this is called the penthouse suite. So whatever car will go up there, it'll probably be our skinniest car because the deck is a bit smaller. We've got a lot to modify on it. But yeah, it is, I don't even know how long it is, to be honest.
I think it's 12 metres.
It's 12 metre deck or whatever? No, yeah, something like that. I don't know, it's massive. But the plan is to make it fit all 3 cars. Well, we have more than that, but 3 drift cars. And be able to take them all to an event so you guys can enjoy them all at once in one hit, rather than having to have separate tow vehicles and stuff. And yeah, just kind of going to make it a lot easier. So yeah, we've got a lot of things to change. We've got to get some ramps made. I think we've got to widen the deck a little bit, just the railing and stuff, get different guards because they're ugly. Yeah, and just kind of make everything work. But yeah, it's good. We're fucking stoked with it, and it's going to be a good truck, hopefully. But we've got our little elf over here, so Steph can take you through that, because she actually has been in it more than me and can explain what's going on there. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Yep. You all right?
So pretty basic in the front. We've got a bench seat, but in the back it's been modified to be a 2-seater in the rear, with the charcuterie table. So this is where you'll find me with some nice white wine on our long trips.
But yeah, if you come into the front here, it's actually has a full-time, like a reversing camera on the back of the trailer, so you can plug it in and the screen will run, so you can actually see who's behind you, which is really handy because it's massive, so you can't really see. But yeah, it's going to be good fun. It's very gutless, but yeah, that was from the wipes lying down.
Yeah, but this was on top of it.
Oh, yeah, so that's all right. We are going through the process of cleaning it at the moment. It was a bit dirty, but yeah, it is. We haven't driven it yet with the trailer on, but apparently it is quite slow. But hey, we're planning on getting there and going fast when we get there, not going there fast. So yeah, everything's good. We'll put a nice sound system in it and stuff, and be a bit of fun. Be loaded up with the kids or the crew, and yeah, we'll have a hell of a weekend away, I'm sure. Alright, so a bit of a backstory on what happened with the truck and where it come from. For me, I'll kind of say as far as I know, what happened, and then Steph can fill in the blanks, I guess. But it started off as a screenshot from Matt Kwok, Russell Veer, someone else. People were sending me a Snapchat screenshot of this truck that was on Marketplace. And they're like, bro, this is perfect. You guys have multiple cars, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, sweet. So we did that. and I messaged the guy, and I was like, I knew the name. Well, yeah, I thought I knew the name, and I was like, oh yeah, bro, sweet. Like, rah, rah. I thought it was a relation of a friend of mine, sweet, whatever. And then we were talking. He was like, yeah, man, your cars would look sick on here, blah, 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 with your livery and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. How much do you want? We were talking back and forth, and then I figured, I was like, oh, actually, and then I figured out who it was, and I did know them, but it wasn't the person I thought it was. And from back in the day, we go, I don't know, back 10, 15 years or whatever it would have been. And yeah, we were kind of talking about it. All good, sweet. He was like, yeah, man, sweet, I need payment made as fast as possible because I've got something that I'm keeping my eye on, and you've got first choice. I've got heaps of people, as everybody says, you know, we've got heaps of people keen on it, but I know you, so you get first dibs. And I was like, okay, sweet. Cool, we're good here. And I knew the guy from back in the day, so I trusted that kind of thing. Naive of me, I guess, but a bit stupid, but whatever. We managed to pull the money together, cool. Paid it all in full, up front, sweet, and it was going to be delivered the week after or something. Okay, keep in mind that this is 3 months ago, maybe? Yeah, maybe 3 months ago. It was like the week before we went to America. So we had America on our minds, and then hello, this thing popped up, and we didn't want to miss out on a good deal, blah, blah, blah. All of this happening. Steph didn't even know about it at that stage because, yeah, I told her, I was like, oh, you know, you can actually say your side because what happened is pretty funny. Like, well, I think it's pretty funny. So, yeah.
Which part of it?
When you came home and, well, I
he
said...
texts me, he's like, I've done a thing and I've got a surprise for you. A little big surprise. So I went home thinking, oh, you know, he does lots of sweet stuff and leaves me things and prezzies and whatnot, but there was nothing. So I text him like, I can't find it. What are you talking about? He's like, I'll show you when I get home. So he gets home and shows me a picture of it, and it's all done already. So great surprise, but not what I was anticipating.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. She's like, yeah, it's perfect, don't get me wrong, but what the hell? And then...
No, it's perfect, but where are you going to park it?
Yeah.
That was my concern.
Obviously, it's a bloody unit, and we have nowhere to park it. So that's still a problem, and we'll deal with that in the coming weeks, but that's all good. So yeah, we had made full payment and of this thing, and cool, sweet as. We'd been back and forth, he was messaging, and everything was great. And then he was like, oh, bro, is it possible, like, this is the time, I believe, the ferry had crashed. So then they were only running one ferry, so the prices went up. So I was like, oh, that's valid, you know, like, fair enough.
But we had a written agreement. It was already in writing, purchase price, copy of his license, all the details, included the ferry crossing and delivery to us.
So we're like, cool, sweet. Okay, keep in mind, this is from Timaru, so it's a while away, but all good. He was like, yeah, man, sweet. You do it for this price, I'll bring it up. Not a problem. Cool, sweet. Everything was sorted. A couple of weeks go by, and he was like, hey, man, like, what's the chances of getting some more money for the ferry? And I was like, oh, you know, kind of fair enough. I guess the ferry had crashed and whatever and all this stuff. So I was like, oh, you know, fair enough. It was like another $500 or $600 or whatever it was. Okay, cool. And then he, we went to America. We're in America, sweet. And then he's like, hey, man, oh, by the way, shit, I forgot to tell you, but the ramps for the truck or for the trailer are actually not mine. They're my friend's. So he said you could buy them off him. Blah, 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 blah. There's another $500 or whatever it was. And okay, sweet. Anyway, we get home from America, still no delivery, blah, blah, blah. He promised that it was going to get delivered again. And then, oh, hey, I've got to come up to Auckland, so I'll drive it up to Auckland and I'll drop it off to Rotorua on the way. And then I'll have to drive home from Auckland in a rental car or whatever. They'd figured it out. All good. Everything was sweet. And we were kind of chilling and like whatever. We were kind of, I was pretty relaxed about it because I knew the guy. So I was like, I trust it, you know. Whatever. Anyway, skip forward 3 months or whatever till recently we were like, man, we really need to get this truck.
I think you've missed a big part of the story.
What did I miss?
When the money went missing.
Oh, yeah. So he messaged and was like, bro, you're not going to believe it. The money that you've paid for it has been scammed out of my account to some Indian account overseas and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what the hell? Like, ratchet, bro. But that's not really our problem because like we already paid for it. And we had sent screenshots and he had said the money had been received and all this stuff, but then all of a sudden it's gone missing and so be it. I don't know, that wasn't really our problem.
It's a lot of money. You've got to bear in mind it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not much.
Yeah. It was, yeah. So I don't know, that was weird, but we were like, oh, that sucks because it happens these days. So we're like, oh, okay, whatever. That's, I don't know, just life these days. It is what it is. So that was kind of weird, but we didn't really think too much of it. as
And
such.
we'd had a phone call from the bank saying,
Yeah.
has this money come out of your account? Yes.
Yeah, it was weird. Like our bank had called us and talked about it, so they knew about whether that was a scam call. I don't know. Who knows now? It is what it is. We have the vehicle, but yeah, moving forward a few months. So we were like, last week I was like, hey bro, I said because a friend of ours, Scott, was going to go. He has his class 2, so he was going to go down and pick it up. Sweet. Scott couldn't that week, so all good. We're like, hey man, we're coming down for Drift South. Can you come up from Timaru to Christchurch and just drop it off? Yep, not a problem. Sweet. I said, we'll be there Friday and Saturday. Okay, cool, sweet, I'll bring it up on Friday. Cool, sweet. Friday afternoon, we're there practicing and stuff, and I was like, hey bro, the truck's like, hey, heading up. Hey man, sorry, I can't, I'll do it tomorrow. Sweet, that was tomorrow morning. And then sweet, the morning came, and I was like, nah. He was going, oh, I'll do it in the afternoon. Okay, sweet. Hey man, we're out of the track at 6 or whatever. So I texted him at like 4. I was like, hey man, like what time are you heading up? Oh bro, I can't really head up today. I've got no money for gas and this, that and the other and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck. Ideally, we need it because we had half of our stuff needed to go in the truck so that Steph could come home with us because we had gone down with less people and then we needed to get home, you know, with less equipment. And then we ended up having, he was like, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, bro, we need it. And then he goes, oh, okay, sweet, I'll load my ute onto it now.
No. He asked for more money.
Oh, yeah, he wanted more money. He wanted us to pay for the gas.
$250.
Yeah, for the gas
from
to get him
Timaru
there.
To Christchurch in a diesel truck.
It's not going to happen, yeah. It was weird. He kept asking for more money. I was like, bro, that is not happening. Like, we've already spent way too much more on this, blah, 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 blah. He's, oh, bro, I'll pay you back when I pay you back for all this other stuff because he said he'd pay us back for the ferry that had missed. Bear in mind, we had to pay for another ferry to book to get it home ourselves because that didn't happen, so whatever. So we had booked a ferry with Scott, and bear in mind, we had paid for flights for Scott to get down there to pick it up and all this stuff. And then, so we got to, what was it, Saturday night after Drift South, we're already done, blah, 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 blah. Thanks to Thrash Garage, they ended up taking our stuff that we were going to put in the truck. They took it and just held onto it for a while till we could get the truck. And I said, hey man, we're going to head down. Okay, cool, we're just going to head down. We'll come and pick it up. So we leave the track, we drop the car off at L&B Performance, so thanks to them for letting us do that. And everyone was on our side helping us kind of figure this out. Spencer went back to the motel because he was tired, so he couldn't fit with us. And it was just like a massive snowball of fuck-ups, really. And then, yeah, it was a clusterfuck.
And now it's at the point where we're like, does this thing even exist?
Yeah,
That's
we got
what we were at. And guys like, yeah, we had videos, like...
Yeah, it was weird.
Videos.
He had sent me, he had done a walk-around video and showed the interior and stuff, so I was like, okay, it must be legit. But then there was all these other things happening, like the bank and all the shit, and money for gas and this, that, and the other. And I was like, fuck. But we're down there. We have Scott with us, ready to drive home. Like, everything's booked. The ferry is booked, everything. So we're like, okay, shit, we need to make this work.
Yeah, we're deep. We're deep at this
We're
point.
so deep. And
I was like, everybody in the car. We're going to Timaru.
yeah, we had already planned to go out for dinner with all our South Island friends, but that didn't happen because we had to go do this. So we're texting him, and I was like, hey man, he was like, yeah, this is my address. And it was out in the boonies, way out of town. And then I was like, okay, this is what it is, let's go. So I ended up ringing a friend of mine that's actually from there that I met this guy through. And he was like, yeah man, no, don't give him any money. And I was like, oh, well, we kind of already have. He was like, bro, he's a drug addict, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, oh shit.
And he owes me money.
Yeah.
That was the next sentence.
And he was like, yeah, he did some work for me and he did it really badly and wrecked a whole lot of stuff, so he owes me a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh shit, okay.
So bear that in mind. We've now talked about two people, us and the mutual friend, both of whom he owes money to. So that's going to lead on to another part of the story.
Yeah, so we rang our friend, he owes money to them. Oh, and I was like, okay, bro, sorry, I know you've got a family, but what are the chances you can go out to this address? He's like, it was quite far from him. I was like, oh, well, we're already on our way. Let's go to this address. We're on our way to his house, right? And then I said, hey man, like, all good, whatever. Can you, are you going to be there? He was like, no. He goes, oh, don't worry about it, man. I'll bring it to a gas station or a truck stop. I'll bring it to a truck stop and I'll meet you there. And I was like, fuck, okay. So now he's changing the meeting destination or whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever, bro. And I was like, man, this is getting worse and worse and worse. And we're like half an hour away. And now he's saying that we're changing location, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all of a sudden I get a photo on my phone that the unit is outside this truck stop, and I was like, holy shit, it's actually there, because we were thinking that maybe he's going to get it, say that it's getting there, and then it gets stolen, you know, whatever, and it's not there, and we don't have anything. So we turn down this street that this truck stops on. It's dark, there's no bloody lights, nothing. It was like the perfect storm for something to not be there.
And we're all sat there like, come on,
Freaking
come
out,
on.
freaking out. We're all in the Prado like, oh my God, like this is going to be a problem. Sure enough, it's there. It was fucking actually there. And then all good, he was like, the key is in the toolbox, whatever, sweet, cool, we did that. The ramps weren't there that were meant to be.
That
So
we paid additional.
we'd already paid for, so he owes us for that. And then, what else wasn't? Oh, it was dead empty in gas, which makes sense to his story of not being able to afford gas because the truck had none.
Well, no wonder, because when we started, it had a massive fuel leak. Massive.
Yeah, real bad fuel
Out
leak.
everywhere.
Because one of the banjos wasn't done up. But all good, sweet. We have this truck. Scott and Josh jump in it, sweet. We're on our way back to Christchurch, not a problem. We filled up with gas and we're like, holy fuck, it's leaking a lot. We'll deal with that in the morning. Let's just get home. It was getting on near midnight by this time. Anyway, we get home, we sleep, whatever. We have to leave the next morning. Cool. And we're leaving. We're on our way back home. Everything's good. We filled up the truck, filled up the Prado. Away we go. And then Scott was like, bro, we're going to be slow, so you guys just go. Like, don't worry about us. Cool, sweet. We get to the Kaikoura coast, and then we're through Kaikoura, out the other side, and then we get a phone call from Josh. Bro, you're not going to believe it. We've had a blowout. Oh, okay. Sweet, no worries.
Just grab the spare.
Grab the spare. That's flat and has a screw in it, and we have no tools because there was a bottle jack in there, but no handle, no tools, nothing to change it. Our bad for not checking, but hey, what it is what it is.
What time?
Yeah. So it is what it is. Okay, cool. So the boys ring up Fleet, all the Fleet vehicles like Bridgestone, Carters, all that shit. No one gave a fuck about it, and no one had stock. No one wanted to. And bear in mind, this is a Sunday afternoon, so it's going to be an expensive call out anyway. All good, whatever. Skip forward, and we'll put some photos on the screen of the situation. The boys are on the side of the road in Kaikoura. All good. There's worse places to stop. But they're chilling there for a while, and I'm ringing around trying to figure out how we can do this. And
Well, we're carrying on north.
Yeah, we
As
carried on
far
north.
as we saw it, it was us and Spencer had work in the morning, and so did we. So we were just like, cool, we'll carry on going and get Spencer to the ferry so that he can get home, do his assignments, and get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, and then so what happened next was that we carry on, and then phone's ringing again. Josh, and I was like, oh sweet bro, have you got a plan? You know, have you managed to figure it out? He's like, bro, you're not going to fucking believe this. He's like, genuinely, you're not going to believe it. But how's this? We're on the side of the road. We're across the road at the beach, standing just looking at the waves and shit.
No, collecting pebbles.
Oh, pebbles, yeah. Josh got fucking heaps of rocks. But they're white rocks. But anyway, they're across the road, and we're like, and he goes, they saw this car stop. And they were like, oh, maybe it's someone like just checking if we're all good. And the guy says to Scott, hey, are you so-and-so? And he was like, oh, he said, is that so-and-so who Josh was? And Scott says, no, why is that? Oh, well, the guy that owns this truck owes me money. Oh, fuck. Okay. So we're like, so Scott and Josh explain, hey, no, we're so-and-so. Our friends Guy and Steph have bought this truck, blah, 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 blah. And they bought it off this guy. And he was like, oh, okay. Oh, well, it's not your guys' problem. So that is what that is. But then he was like, oh, what's happened? Oh, I had a blowout. Oh, bro, I own a trucking company. I have these wheels, but we're in Kaikoura, and my work is in Timaru. I'm on my way back from Auckland. Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's our best bet. That's really all we can do. So this guy was like, yeah, I have these tires. I've got heaps of them. So, okay, cool, sweet. And they had them for a really good price. So we're like, okay, cool, sweet. And that was at like lunchtime, 1 o'clock or whatever. Anyway, so we've had to shift the goal to, okay, how are we going to make this work in the way of these wheels and tyres are in Timaru. We need to get them, someone needs to go get them, and then we need to get someone to go bring them back. Plus we need tools and everything else. We need like a jack and all that to actually change it. Okay, cool. So we're at the ferry by now and dropping Spencer off, and we thought, well, it's our truck, let's go back. Me and Steph, we got to Picton, dropped Spencer off, left the 13 there on the trailer inside the gate at the ferry, thanks to Bluebridge. The staff were amazing there letting us do that. and they said they'll look after it for the night until we get back, just
And
whenever.
we did meet a really cool subscriber.
Yeah.
On his little electric.
He had a push bike with a motor on it. This little motor guy. He was just cruising around the streets on his push bike, and he was like, "Oh, you do YouTube," and so shout out to you, little man. Stay out of trouble. But yeah, so we did that, and we decided we started heading home. Sure enough, I ring up Tyrell, our friend Nathan Chapman, who owns Tyrell in Christchurch. I said, "Bro, this is the situation." He's like, "Bro, I am off to Fiji in the morning, so I can't really help. But I have a worker in Ashburton and a worker in Christchurch. They're young guys, and they are keen to help." So moving forward, the guy in Ashburton waits for this other guy with the wheels. So he goes to Timaru, picks them up, pays for them for us, and we paid him back. Then he brings the wheels from Timaru to Christchurch, gives them to Nathan's other worker, and by then Nathan has already got the jack, the rattle guns, all the equipment that they needed to come up. And then, so that was, Lockie went to Timaru and came back, dropped them off, and then Cody from Tyrell, he jumped in the ute and came hammer down all the way up to Kaikoura, where we're still sitting on the side of the road. We'd got there by then, and we had fish and chips, and we're chilling in the truck doing nothing. And yeah, so Cody turns up. Within 10 minutes, we ended up buying 10 wheels, I think. It was like 6 rims and tyres, and then 4 other tyres or whatever. Anyway, within 10 minutes, Cody's jacked it up, rattle gun off. We changed all 4 rears, just because in case we had another blowout. So we did that. And then within 10 minutes, we were back on the road kind of thing, and all back to normal. But by then, we had already been on the boys had been on the side of the road for 12 hours, and we had missed 2 ferries, and then Blue Bridge let us change to the 2 a.m. ferry. So by then, cool, sweet, we were done, and we had a hell of a night, and we managed to get going, and we managed to get to the ferry for the 2 a.m. sailing, and yeah, we had a couple hours sleep on the boat, and then carried on up. I think, have I missed anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I think Tyrell are definitely the MVP of this story.
Oh, absolutely. Massive thanks to Nathan and the team at Tyrell. Like, without them, we would have honestly had no chance, because no fleet vehicles gave a shit about us, and we were in the middle of nowhere, and we were like 3 hours from really, or like 2 hours from any major city, so it was just going to be a shit show. So we would have had to wait till Monday morning, and for 5, it was 4 of us. Yeah. Yeah, so there's 4 of us there, so it was just a bad time. But yeah, so we'll send Leo some photos and put them on the screen of what was going down. We, the dudes at Tyrell, especially Cody, coming all the way up at, I think by the time we got back on the road, it was like 10:30 p.m. and the boys had been on the side of the road for a long time. So yeah, massive thanks to Scott and Josh. They just thugged it out. There was nothing to do, and they just they were chilling. No one got angry. Neither of us. We were just like, hey, this is the cards we're dealt. We've got to deal with it. If we get angry at it, it's just going to make the situation worse. So we did very well, and managed to pull off. Oh, it was an experience. We'll put it down to a hell of an experience.
See, Scott, I told you we were going to see the seals.
Yeah. He was like, we're not going to have time, and we're like, oh, bro, we're just going to stop in and see the seals for 10 minutes. Well, we had 10 hours, so it was all good. But we pulled through. We managed to get it back to Rotorua here. Scott brought it up the next day from Wellington, and now we've got this cool truck rig that we can build up to be our own. And there's some cool things happening to it, hopefully, in the next couple of months. And there's no real plan to have it ready by, but it would be nice to just kind of get up and running. And both of us need to get our class 2 so we can drive it and all of that. But no, it's been a hell of a trip home, but we didn't have any, we hadn't released it and stuff, so we didn't want to like put photos up or anything, but yeah, we pulled it off in the end, so it was good. But yeah, I don't know, have I missed anything?
I don't think so.
It was good.
You couldn't make it up though.
No, honestly, you guys are probably not going to believe it. So yeah, thank you so much for sitting through this video. I know it's a lot of talking, but we just kind of wanted to explain the fucking story, and we were explaining it to multiple people, and it's annoying having to relay it to everybody, so we'll just tell them to go watch this video now. But yeah, it's been an exciting time, and now we've got it back, so I'm keen to get into it and build it into our own, and yeah, go away on some trips hopefully, and yeah, take as many cars as we can with it, and you guys get to enjoy seeing multiple cars at an event rather than just one. So yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, thanks heaps for watching, guys. Sorry that it has been a lot of talking, but it is what it is. All right, next video, we're going to crack into the Pro Car. It's just turned back up from the dippers, and we'll run through that and show you guys what's going on, and yeah, see what's next. All right, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Please make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.